This is TWiT.
So Facebook's proposal is that if you are worried about revenge porn, where you have a bad breakup, boyfriend has nude pictures of you, he gets his revenge by posting them on Facebook. If you're worried about that, Facebook's solution is, well, send us the nude pictures you're worried about.
Why are you struggling to say that without laughing?
They do it. You do it in Messenger. You flag the picture, and then
you have to do it in Messenger.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's secure. And then a human at Facebook will review it to make sure that it's not just a picture of Hillary Clinton or something, and then they'll hash it. We'll delete it, we promise, and we'll keep the hash, and we'll just monitor all future uploads. Now, immediately, by the way, as soon as I read this story, Jeff Jarvis, a very smart man, probably, you know, there are just engineers at Facebook who are at least as smart. He said, well, that's backwards. What you should do I mean, that doesn't even make any sense. If you see revenge porn, then you should upload it and they should get the hash and they can compare the hash. They should never, you don't need to send them the nude pictures for this to work. Duh.
Well, the problem ends up being that most of these, Twitter and Facebook largely, are letting the robots do the work. So if you're sending legitimate issues to either of these companies, they get lost in the sea of things unless you're a verified account or some other thing brings your request to the top. Whereas they're listening to when there's a wave of complaints, those end up getting pushed up to the top. So this sort of system where they say, give us this data to put in our robot database, that lets them skip out on hiring the number of people necessary.
There's a way to do this. So Jeff said, here's what you do. You distribute a program to everybody that's the hashing program. And you say, well, you do the hash and send it to us so that we have the hash. If we get a match, then a human can look at it and say, no, that's Hillary Clinton or that's revenge porn and yank it. But you don't have to send them the pictures. Just send them the hash. Run the hash locally. How hard is that to do, Facebook?
I would also maybe say, you know, get the Animoji in there, get your iPhone 10 down. It can do all of the volumetric mapping. You can attach like maybe the monkey or hippo face to it. And then, you know, Facebook can just use that.
That's an interesting idea. Yeah. Why don't we just all use Face ID to map our bodies and send the hash to Facebook? If you see my body, has anybody seen this? Never mind.
I do feel like this is an example of something where, and we talked about this around the, you know, the celebrity iCloud account hacks. At the end of the day, I do still think it's true that the best possible solution is like, don't put things on your phone that you wouldn't want people to see, like nude pictures and nude video. And now I know there's like some debate about whether that's an
issue. I mean that
right, and so,
Polaroid.
but I think. Right, helps Polaroid. But I do think like this is another example of like when a tech company thinks that there's a technological solution here, and maybe there is with like actually allowing the user to hash this stuff. But I just feel like at the end of the day, again, there's a human solution both on the Facebook side, which is actually hiring people to work harder to keep this stuff off of Facebook, and then there's a human solution on the user side, which is do not put stuff on your phone that you don't want people to see at the end of the day.
Don't let your boyfriend take naked pictures of you.
Yeah, or your girlfriend, for that matter.
I think most revenge porn comes from men.
Also, the machine learning thing, like nude pictures are probably not really part of the terms of service anyway. So should they not also be just improving their machine learning to blot out any photos of this kind of content so that they all get just kind of knocked out in advance?
It was a while back that there had been disputes and complaints about that because they were nude images that were deemed culturally relevant that were automatically taken down because the robot said,
or
breastfeeding.
Yeah,
that's right.
Pictures of the Madonna and child. Yeah, I mean, this is a
so
this
then
is
you
a hard
end up
thing
with
to
that,
do. And it's a hard thing to do at scale with 2 billion users. Facebook's anti-revenge porn system. Here's the poll on the register. As it stands, you think the Facebook system is a good idea or a bad idea? Overwhelmingly.
Wait, what did you vote in order because you had to vote to get that one?
Well, I think it's a bad idea. I'm not sending Facebook my nude pictures for some human to review. Who, by the way, who gets that job?
Oh, that's a whole nother article. I can't remember who's done features on that, but just the amount of PTSD.
The worst job ever, right?
Well, they're outsourced to pennies on the dollar countries where they log into the cloud and go, well, look at everything terrible. And then, don't look that stuff up if you want to feel good about anything ever again. But it's very fascinating coverage out there. I'm sorry that I don't know the name of outlets off the top of my head.
I remember that. No, I remember that reading that story. It was terrible. Horrible job.
We interviewed a guy on Codebreaker who had done this for I think it was Wicker, and he had a team. I forget the name. I forget what they called it, but it was like safety Wicker? And compliance.
Is that the app for porch furniture? What is Wicker? What is Wicker?
I think it was Wicker, right? This app that existed very briefly, people were sharing children porn or child porn, things like that. And it didn't. I don't know where it went, but the team that was built around protecting the platform from this stuff and wiping it. Yeah. It's a really tough job, and these people, these teams, it's a horrible job. It's also a really important job, but you have to feel for those folks.
And that's a result of these companies, going public and wanting to scale. You want more users, you want more user-generated content, you want more things that people create to make the platform valuable that save you as a company money. And then real life shows up and says, by the way, it's going to be terrible, your plans. So, go ahead and keep up and try to save all the money and have a safe experience and so on. I feel like we've got other stories in the mix that touch on some of the robot craziness that results. It's just insane.
The fact that Facebook would propose this and not think the response would be is kind of interesting too. You feel like maybe some of these people at Facebook aren't really connected with the real world. They upload your nude pictures to us so we can protect you.
They're probably not even talking to women, because I imagine the average white male San Francisco Bay Area tech guy is going to be like, what's wrong with uploading a picture of my penis to the internet? I've already done that via Tinder dating.
Seems like a good idea. I don't know what the problem would be. Besides, it's going to be fun. Like,